And tonight, the New York Times is reporting a prominent Houston surgeon is at the center of a scandal that may have had deadly consequences.
According to the newspaper, the doctor was intentionally miscoding transplant patients in order to make them ineligible to get the organs they desperately needed to survive.
Matt Doherty spoke with one of the reporters at the Times working on this story. Matt joins us live in West University with the latest. Matt.
Yeah, we're not identifying the surgeon until we're able to independently confirm his identity. These allegations tonight are so serious that the hospital has discontinued its kidney and liver transplant programs. That Memorial Hermann Hospital abruptly discontinued its abdominal transplant surgeries, and since then, the hospital has said it, quote, voluntarily inactivated the liver transplant program due to notification of a pattern of irregularities with donor acceptance criteria. But tonight, in an article by the New York Times, reporters say they've learned why the hospital has shut down its transplant services and the surgeon behind those irregularities.
Has been, for some amount of time, changing the donor acceptance criteria on his patients and effectively making them ineligible to receive livers, even though they need liver transplants.
Brian Rosenthal is a reporter for the New York Times and one of the writers of the story.
The hospital told us today that they have confirmed through looking at the actual donor acceptance criteria of their patients and finding the irregularities. They confirmed that a surgeon at their hospital has been changing that donor acceptance criteria and making his own patients ineligible to receive livers.
The New York Times pulled federal data that showed Memorial Hermann has one of the smallest liver transplant programs in the state. According to their report, only 29 liver transplants were performed last year.
We don't know how many patients have been affected by these changes. That is part of the investigation that's going on now by the hospital and by the federal government. What we did find is that if you look at the data, you can see that a disproportionate number of patients at Memorial Hermann have died while waiting for liver transplants.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says tonight that it, quote, acknowledges the severity of the allegation and that it's, quote, working across the department to address this matter now. Now, we reached out to Memorial Hermann tonight. We have not heard back. As far as we know, no criminal charges have been filed. And of course, the big question on everyone's mind tonight is how could a surgeon do something like this? Back to you.